In 1989, a 14-year-old Hungarian girl walked into a chess tournament in Rome. What resulted was a bloodbath, as she systematically beat every adult competitor and posted a performance rating exceeding that of a chess grandmaster. The girl's name was Sofia Polgar. Years later, 2 other children would perform similar feats, and here's the thing, they were her sisters, Susan and Judith. It was the result of a bold, controversial experiment that challenged everything we believe about genius and parenting. Its orchestrator was their father, who believed that genius isn't born, it's made. The Polgar's legacy is proof that your influence as a father will shape future generations. So how did he put this together, raise 3 genius daughters, and how can you apply this to strengthen your family? This is the story of the Polgar experiment. Environment. It started in 1965 when psychologist Laszlo Polgar wrote a series of strange letters to a Ukrainian teacher named Clara. He was courting her by way of mail, and eventually she became his wife. Together, they designed a program to create geniuses. Laszlo's pursuit began earlier than this, however, when he was a student highly interested in intelligence. He read 400 biographies of history's greatest minds and found one single thread. Genius begins young and is nurtured through an immersive environment. So, he and Clara set out to create a homeschool program that would give a child mastery in a single subject of their choosing. At first, what subject that was didn't matter. What did was proving that any child with the right environment could reach elite performance. They would accomplish this by using their own kids. Eventually, they settled on chess. It was measurable, gamified, and most of all, their oldest was drawn to it. Immersion. An amateur chess tournament was being held in the smoky back room of a bar. Laszlo and 5-year-old Sofia strolled into the room, stopping at their opponent. Laszlo looked down at the chair opposite the man and opened his bag, pulling out a puffy cushion and placed it on the seat. Confused, the opponent raised an eyebrow, about to ridicule him, until Laszlo bent down to pick something else up, his daughter, who he placed in the seat opposite the opponent. Begin, was all Laszlo said to the both of them, and it was here that Sofia got her first taste of victory. Her opponent was humbled as she proceeded to defeat the lifelong chess player as though she were his senior. But how was it that a 5-year-old could beat an adult? Laszlo created a home where chess was a natural part of life. It was so integrated into their family culture that its normality was unquestioned. The Polgar kids would have 7 hours of chess drills per day, with Sofia starting at just 4 years old. She was able to get to the level to beat an adult just 6 months later. And just a side note, if you've ever tried to get a 4-year-old to sit still for 7 hours to do something, very unique challenge. In fact, Laszlo has said that you can't force a child to become a genius. You have to find a way to make them want it. They formed family unity around the game, and the challenges they faced both from the sport and public ire around their seemingly eccentric life bound them closer together. Despite what you might think, the girls didn't resent the upbringing. In fact, they quite enjoyed it. While some may call it grueling, they described it as entertaining.
Lakin süt a nap, ma verőfény van, és maga itt bennül. Nem gondolt arra, hogy akkor egy kicsit lazítunk, ha megvan ez a szép eredmény?
Hát, szeretnék még jobbakat elérni.
But here's the crucial thing. They didn't see it as work. Chess was just a part of life. Any family culture has priorities. It's only that theirs was chess. Your family has priorities that you're in control of, and if you get them straight, you can normalize the right themes in your own home to encourage your children to succeed in life. Normalization. Growing up, the Polgar house was filled with chess trophies, books, chessboards, and the girls competed against one another in chess for fun. It wasn't all they did, but was integral to their home environment, and we can see the same principles play out in other household themes. Farm kids learn to milk cows and drive tractors and repair equipment. Children raised in entrepreneurial families grasp business fundamentals early. Athletic families raise physically active children. And none of this is because the children are forced to. Well, they are sort of forced to, but not in the by force sense, but more in through circumstance. What are they going to do, pack up and leave? Well, they probably will if you try to force them too hard, but I digress. Children have a high level of neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to rewire itself and adapt. This is why kids have a much easier time learning new languages, picking up skills, and figuring out the world. It allows them to learn fast and integrate. And you can use this to their advantage in their education, sure. However, when you intentionally shape your home environment, the themes you ingrain become second nature to your kids. Because kids don't resist what's familiar. It's just a matter of choosing what you make that way. For the Polgars, it was chess. If you want to raise close connected children, then valuing their contributions, having regular family discussions, and working towards shared goals should be the norm in your home. If you want them working in the family business or starting one of their own or even building investments, then talks around business, money, real estate, and personal finance should be the norm. Their identity is built on what you show them every day, and that's also how a family legacy is built. The most important part is that you choose it intentionally and normalize it. The easy path that most take is consumerism, debt, TikTok, Roblox, Fortnite. That path leads to what every father dreads: raising Redditors. But seriously, it results in disconnected children hooked on a digital dopamine drip feed with their values shaped by strangers. No unity, no mission, no legacy. If you want to build something that lasts, you have to go against this grain. Normalize purpose, contribution, developing skills, and self-discipline. Forge a culture your kids want to be part of, and that's how strong families are made. Application. The Polgars didn't just raise world-class chess players. They raised capable, well-adjusted adults. And they were well-adjusted, by the way. Most chess grandmasters tend to be kinda awkward, but the Polgar sisters are surprisingly normal, other than the chess genius thing. But if you apply the lessons from the Polgars and create an environment that normalizes what you want to build for your family, then that will become an integral part of your children's mindset. Laszlo gave his children chess and unity through the game. This is what we call an intellectual inheritance. And you can do the same. You don't need to raise chess prodigies. In fact, you probably don't want to be doing that if your goal is creating a dynasty. But think about what you want to make part of your family culture. Maybe it's running a business together, or running the family farm, working or studying hard, reading, being fit, donating to church, whatever you like. Lead by example for starters. Praise your children's effort around them. Talk about them. Don't let the subject be taboo like money is for so many. Read books on the subject. Tell stories around it. Make these things part of your everyday life. And if your goal, like mine, is to create a lasting legacy, then family unity is non-negotiable. These things help, but so does making it normal to stick together into adulthood. Through this simple adjustment, you will create a strong family culture and raise capable, confident, and connected children. And this is about more than just parenting. This is about dynasty building, and it starts with what you normalize today. Laszlo might have had a PhD and an intensive plan, but you really don't need either. You just need a vision and to normalize the things integral to making that vision a reality. Because every father leaves a legacy. The only question is whether yours will be accidental or built on purpose.
Érez valamiféle elégtételt most, Polgár László? Hazudnék, ha azt mondanám, hogy nem.
And that about does it for this video. What are you going to implement for your family and internalizing your culture in order to create a stronger family? Let me know down in the comments below. And remember, a like goes a long way, and to subscribe for more on building generational strength and a family that lasts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Forge a culture your kids are proud to be part of. That's how fam strongly is made.